You all know by now what I really am, old octopus fox man.
I mean, like, when you go out of your way being like, people suggest more animated furry movies to me, like, just for videos, you know.
I brought this upon myself.
Yes, you did.
You kind of did. But
I really did.
But once again, it's probably not the worst any guest on this show has ever looked, so... Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, ANY and Keyframe Wonder About Random Dribble. And today with us once again, trying to stand as still as possible, the Saber, the Spark, I don't have a third one. Keyframe, quick, give me a third one.
Don't do it.
The Saber...
The Static Man?
It's me.
Oof.
It's me, ya boy. But yeah.
He's back.
But yeah, welcome back to the show, Saber. Glad having you back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find out where exactly you guys are streaming. Are you guys streaming on Twitch or Twitter? Or...
Yeah.
Wait.
Here is a thing that copy link to tweet. There is a tweet there. With you linked in it and everything, and then you can just be like, there, it's a link to the video.
Doing a podcast with these fine peeps.
Oh, we're fine. Hooray.
Oh, you're flattering.
I mean, it must be flattering given you right now.
I'm literally not fine today. As people might be able, this is not my normal attire, but I was like, I'm sick. Fuck it, I'm not going to dress up and pretend I'm not. So here I am, drinking tea, having my Ricola at hand. That's me for the show.
There are two types of people in this world, folks. There's the people that pretend to not be sick. Hi. And then there's people who revel in their sickness.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far and say revel in my sickness, but...
But yeah, Saber, for people who don't know who you are, which those people are living under a damn rock, who are you? Who are you? What do you do? And why should people care?
My name is Saber. I talk about cartoons on YouTube, and you should care because actually you don't have to care. You do whatever the hell you want. You can do live your life. I don't need to be known. So, but if you do watch my content, just know it's very much so appreciated. But yeah, I talk about cartoons on YouTube.
I love Rebel Taxi.
Pan pizza in his gothic ways.
Yeah, and as you can clearly see by his content like here and here, Saber is very most likely a furry.
Sometimes I wonder.
Hashtag exposed.
I was talking to Paleo about that last night. Like, I don't think I'm like a full-fledged furry, but I do like anthro characters, so I think that's where I stand on the matter.
You're a Zootopia fan, that's what you are.
I mean,
racism.
Let's cover the groundwork. Do you have a Furfinity account yet?
Do I have? Not yet. Probably not.
There's still hope for you. You can still get away. Try as long as if you create your Furfinity account, it's done. You there's no turning back after that. Just warning, giving you a fair heads up.
Oh no! But
be ready.
But yeah, what's been some fun events happening in your life as of recent, Saber?
Oh, okay. Well, Paleo is visiting my house at the moment. He's gonna be house sitting whenever I'm out of town because I'm traveling quite a bit these next few months.
Oh boy!
And he'll be house sitting for my little dog Lammy. I'll be going to conventions. I'll be going to Winnie City Pony Con this coming weekend. I'll be there.
I just want to say, I wonder if somebody else in this call might be there.
Hell yeah, boy!
There, ANY. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna have drinks. We're gonna.
Not.
Oh, it's the other one.
No, yeah, that's the other one. I will be over there for BC, but before that, no, just this one over there.
You live in Europe, right?
Germany, indeed.
Hell yeah, dude. That's cool. I actually almost got a chance to go to Germany, but I turned it down. It was like back in 2015. Race and I were invited to go to Brony Fanfare.
That's actually where I met Race.
That's cool. Like, I completely missed out on that because I was being a big old baby. And I was like, I gotta stay home for work. And now I regret it because that job I quit like 2 months after. So it didn't even matter. But yeah, I'm dead serious. I worked as a copier salesman, and it was the worst. But the race had a good time. He told me that the German people are really kind and very sweet, and
except for this one asshole that wore glasses and a vest the entire time.
I know, right?
You have to be more specific than that.
That man.
Hello.
That's stupid. But yeah, City City, and then I'll be going to BabsCon like 2 weeks after that. I'm gonna be hanging out with you a lot, I guess, bumping into each other and being like, "Hey, we did a podcast together a few weeks ago."
Oh yeah, you're just gonna see me dead after vending, being like, "I'm dying. I was around too many people." Drink.
Drink.
But yeah, so have you had any fun adventures with paleo?
No.
Oh.
We don't do really fun adventures. We're boring. We're like a married couple where it's like, honey, do you want to go out and try this new restaurant tonight? And it's like, I guess so. And we'll be back before 6 so we can be in bed in time. And
we gotta watch our stories.
Well, we started watching. Well, I started watching an anime called Made in Abyss yesterday, which Paleo and our buddy Hero have been telling me to watch for like months now, and I finally got it.
Oh, the anime, yeah, it's still on my list too. And how is it?
It's creepy as fuck. Though I'm not. Like, okay, so I saw one scene in the show before watching the show because I'm stupid that way.
Don't spoil it!
Don't you fucking scare me like that! Holy shit!
Paleo, ladies and gentlemen.
Paleo.
Fuck out of me! Go away!
You know I'm here.
Yeah, but go away.
Okay.
That actually legitimately scared my heart, jumped out of my stomach. But
Well.
Dying over here.
But yeah, so we can I'm guessing nothing exciting happened in your life, Max, besides realizing, I am literally dying.
I kept dying throughout the last week, so there's nothing new.
Something good did happen to you.
Something good did happen to me.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Oh, I did a video, and I even... Here's the really sad part. I had this prepared to show, so I was aware that I did a video.
Nice alignment there. It's not fully aligned.
Yeah, it's because it's a picture and
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I believe it or not, I actually made content, and not just content in the sense of a podcast, no offense, but something scripted. Oops. Something scripted and published, and a New That Stupid video finally came out.
What's it about?
That stupid, fat shaming and fat glorification. Because, fun fact, what actually got me on this video was that I came across a handful of really not good, they actually lay in the later part of the video, not examples of people being like aggressive towards people who gave advice about, hey, being overweight is not healthy. And they were like, you know what else is not healthy? Aging. Nobody's complaining about aging. Like, dude.
You can't help aging.
This is not the point. This is a false comparison. What's going on there? And yeah, it came out. I'm happy with the result. And go check it out. Description. Link in the description down below. Then again, you are probably already close to my channel, so you know where to find it. But yeah,
I love that the comments are actually not like a minefield. Everyone's being really calm and civil. It's a miracle on A and Y Street.
I mean, it's like 3 downvotes or something. It's like, okay. That's for this kind of topic. I guess I managed to walk the edge again.
How many downvotes does Saber's new video have? Let's see.
He probably also has a few more views.
I know, but I want to see. Oh, almost 1,000.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, get into that 1K club, baby.
Dude, I'm.
What?
Hell yeah.
Then again, you got a fucking million views.
Which I am so happy about.
Well, that doesn't happen too often, so it's kind of cool. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, that's cool.
That is nice.
Fat shaming, fat glorification. That's so interesting because, like, I don't know. My policy in life is just like you do you. Like as long as you're not breaking any laws, just you do you. And I guess like I don't know. If you want to be fat, by all means do it. If you want to be skinny, by all means do it. But I guess like a big part of it's like how culture and media puts a spin on that stuff. So I'll have to watch your video later and see what you have to say.
Oh,
it's a good video.
Yeah.
But I think the funniest part was I put it up on Tumblr. I thought that he already put it up on his,
Nope.
and then I saw a reblog being like, when your friend advertises your video before you do, and I'm like, oh,
Oops.
Chrissy did an oopsie, I guess. But
Not really.
yeah.
I forgot that Tumblr is a thing, so
Oh,
I
hooray.
had no intentions to put it on Tumblr.
Tumblr's. I barely even touched Tumblr. I actually like got rid of it. Not got rid of it. It was on my bookmark, and I was like, I got on there. And I'm like, no one posts on here anymore. And I was like, where's the porn? And I just got up and left.
Yeah. They kind of shot themselves in the foot. They're like, Tumblr without porn. I mean, what happened?
You just need to know, you guys, you just need to know where to look.
I know, but
Fucking rum runner.
I mean, here. This is a real issue. I want to bring this up. Like, no.
Oh, okay. Should we put on the sad music, the sound of the black light?
Yeah, pretty much. Because when I came across some nice naughty pieces on DeviantArt or other places, where I posted them, where I knew that hey, even if the original post gets removed, I still have my version of it nicely there. Fucking Tumblr. And then Tumblr was like, yeah, I know. And then Tumblr came there and they removed all the naughty bits. And now my beautiful archive of naughty stuff has been lost to the prudeness of Tumblr. Thank you.
It's like the burning of like the Great Library.
Pretty much just with naughty stuff.
All those boobs are gone.
Oh, lost time and
So
the
many.
humanity will be set back centuries.
And to be completely modest about it, I have a very, very excellent taste in boobs, so that's where some really classy boobs that have been lost.
Who's going to loot the lollies now?
What?
I think it's so funny how like when it was 2011 me, like I was so concerned and like what's the word I'm looking for? Like low key and quiet about like my sexual like entity and what I was into. Like I'm like no one can know. And now like days I'm like I don't fucking care. Like I don't give a shit if people know. Like I'm not gonna push it in their faces on my main Twitter account because I try to keep it like well I don't know somewhat just chilled out. But like me today, if someone's like oh my god Saber Spock you're into this, I'll be like hell yeah I am. Like
that's a spirit.
I don't care anymore. I just don't. The older I get, the less I care. Not like caring for myself. Like I'll still like put on deodorant, but like like if someone's like, "Hey, dude, that table over there, they're staring at you. They think you're weird for being you." I'd be like, I don't fucking care. Like as long as I'm not being like obnoxious by my own standard, I don't care. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this about me, but
Oh,
like
no,
Well,
no,
you
it's
are
funny.
the guest. You are the guest, so
You are the
please.
guest. I'm just imagining a mental image being like, dude, the people over there think you're weird. Oh, what do they care? I'm secure in myself. Yeah, but you can still put back on your pants.
I know what I'm about. I know what I died for.
I walked around this con all day. I'm tired.
Sir, this is the hotel lobby. There are families here. Please leave.
But it is more comfortable. I like
Those
a little
people-
bit. I like a little breeze down there.
Those people walk around in fursuits all day and you ain't judging them. I can walk around in my boxer shorts.
All right, hell yeah. I tell you what I discovered a few years ago that revolutionized my life. Here's the chronicles of Saber Sparks' Underpants evolution.
Okay.
So-
That's the thing. Okay. Let me put down Underpants Revolution for the title.
That's
yeah.
a great title.
So from circa 0 years old to I don't know 2 I wore diapers. I guess I can't remember. And then from like 2 onwards to like, I think I was like 13 or 14, it was like white tighties. And it's like, yeah, that's just status quo. And then around that time, rap came out. And it was all like, yo, we should listen to rap. And you know what rappers wear? Boxers. And I remember wearing boxers. And I'm like, cool. They can be like showing out of my pants. I look cool. But boxers, like from a logistical point of view, didn't really do the job. Like the the goods weren't secured, so they would jumble around.
I don't get the point of boxers with that. Like,
me neither.
Why do you want everything clicking clacketing around like a goddamn like bento balls? Like
fucking Quasimodo ringing the Notre Dame bells, clanging, clacking between thighs.
Ding 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 ding.
2 coconuts from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah. Well, they discovered this beautiful revolution. I've never turned back. It's called boxer briefs.
And it's like, my man.
Like, that is where it's at. Because, like, dude, even girls who wear boxer briefs, like, top knots, like, sweet stuff. But, like, I discovered it. I realized, wow, I've been missing out. It keeps the thighs nice and secured and the package in place. And
compression shorts.
Yeah, I've not looked back. It was a good day for Saber Spark that day.
My man, I can relate. Same here.
My solution is 90% of the time I just don't wear underwear. Speaking of which, I made a purchase today. Well, not today.
You're brave. I can't be that brave. I tried it like one day and it just didn't work out for me.
Well, okay, I feel like women have a bit more of an advantage than you guys because we don't have Mr. Johnson and the Juice Crew down there, so...
Johnson and the Juice Crew is like a smoothie bar. I love it.
We don't have DeVoe down there, so... But no, I made a purchase this week. I am an adult. I want to remind people of this.
Yeah, okay. I mean, let us be the judge how much of an adult you are after telling us about your purchase.
Let me just state all the reasons I am an adult. I pay my taxes. I own a roof over my head with my name on a lease. I have not 1 but 2 jobs. I recently became a full-time color designer at Pencilmations. My start date is tomorrow.
Congrats!
I vended all these cons, taking care of all the sales tax permits, payment, and I am an entrepreneur and a fully self-employed person. And I finance being able to go to trips and going overseas and all that fun stuff.
What did you buy?
So I bought this giant duck for $10.
I was gonna ask what
that.
I saw that in your bed. And I was like,
okay, I had no idea how gigantic it is from the pictures.
Like,
on
hold
Twitter.
on, let me put it on on my chair. Like, it takes up the chair.
It's like, you see, when I saw those pictures and I thought it was a tiny plastic gun that this duck was carrying. No, it was a normally sized gun in the paw of a giant ass duck.
Okay, should I explain the story of meeting Jerry the duck?
Jerry the duck.
Please, okay. Go ahead. I guess
come here, Jerry. Sit on Mama's lap. Okay, so, yeah, there we go. I was going into Target to get my medication because I was out of my bipolar medication. This is a great start. So I was not medicated when I made this purchase.
This makes this purchase even more convincing. Please, go on.
But no, I was at Target. And all the Easter stuff is out because Easter's happening. And I made my purchase, and then we're walking out, and then there was this giant box of giant ducks. And 1 rabbit, but the rabbit was ugly, so whatever. But I looked at this giant duck sitting upright in this crate, looking at me. I needed this duck. I mean, I see these giant plushies like during Valentine's Day when they're all giant like teddy bears or dogs and stuff, but I'm like, but this duck just spoke to me. And then I looked at the price. It was only $10 for this giant duck. And I'm like,
where's the catch?
There is no catch. It was just a giant duck for $10.
But the material must be more than $10. How?
No, it's this really nice, just soft plushie of a giant duck. And when we were walking out of Target to bring this to the car, there was these two little kids in a cart being pushed to go to their car, and they were like, "Mom, look at the duck! It's a giant duck! I want a giant duck!" And the mom was like, "Well, you should ask the Easter Bunny for it, because that's the only way you're gonna get it." And I'm like, they're never gonna get a giant duck. For I am an adult that works hard for my money, and a wise man once said, the way that you can afford whatever you want whenever you want is to not get whatever you want whenever you want. However, another wise person called Christine Bucola also said, don't look a good deal in the mouth. And $10 for a giant duck is a good deal. So I now own this giant duck, and it kind of just travels between here and the living room. We don't know how it gets there. It just does.
Okay, now the question that probably is on everybody's mind. So, how is the arrangement between you, Golden, and the duck during the night? Who is spooning whom?
Well, I mean, the duck's not on the bed during the night unless, like, Brett goes to work and I need something to cuddle. Then Jerry's here.
Anticlimactic, but fair, I guess.
I mean, what? You think that I'm going to throw Golden out of the room for a duck?
No, I was wondering how the three of you are arranged in the bed.
Do you ever like go to the bathroom and walk back and see Golden kissing the duck's neck and being like, "I love you, baby"?
Golden,
No.
it's not
He
me.
doesn't do that to me. Why would I expect him to do that to the duck?
Because the duck gets him, baby. The duck's like, I know all the good things that make you squirm, baby.
Look at this duck. It's dummy thick.
The duck does not just speak to you; it also speaks to Brad.
Jerry,
Duck
we're
to
just
fuck.
going. No, I don't know all the ways that Golden swings. I don't think it swings into waterfowl. I'm pretty sure. Or
I don't know.
plushies.
We gotta ask him and be like, Golden, do you like fucking giant stuffed birds?
Well. Media, am I right?
$10 well spent.
Also, the other small thing, and I just want to do this because I know it would annoy Max.
Oh, great.
So I work for DA Games, and we were like fucking around in the server while we were working on the music video that's supposed to come out today, which is a shitpost music video. And I was playing Jenna Marbles videos on an appearance screen share, and because Aficionados Chris, my friend, hates Kermit with a fucking passion, which is her weird anxiety dog. And if you look on DA Games' Twitter right now, you'll realize that Will's profile pic is something very special.
Oh,
I made it. And we're just going to move on until Max finds it, because I made it. And Will was like, "This is the best thing I've ever seen," and made it his profile picture at like 3 a.m. Click on it, make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's Wormit.
Has Chris seen it yet?
Yes, he was there when I made it.
Oh, okay.
I made it to just annoy him because they weren't sure what I was doing with the screenshot until like I started drawing the black blob, and then I started putting purple, and they were like, "Wait a minute, are you turning Kermit into Will?" And I'm like,
yes,
I will turn all my friends into Kermit. Just that face.
I withdraw my consent.
There's nothing going on behind those eyes. I'm not sure if there's an existence behind there, but anyway. You know what does exist? Media. So let's move on to media.
Yay.
I'm sure the sick person has like something they've watched this week.
And the sick person is probably the only one who has something, or I am the one who has something. Anyways, yes, due to sickness I didn't make it to the cinema. However, thankfully I managed to finish off a show this week that I promised previously to talk about.
Thank God you were
Ah.
not that type of person to go to the cinema while sick. You're a good person.
But yeah, it will be hard because there are already interesting movies in cinema right now, as in plural, and soon we get Infinity Wars, which I obviously also have to see. So I need to
Well,
catch up until then.
Then just stop being sick.
Good idea. I will try that.
But yeah, how's Umbrella Academy?
Umbrella. So I talked about it a while ago when I actually talked about Titans. So this time around, I will talk primarily about Umbrella and still compare it to Titans because oh my god, this show. I try not to go too far to spoil anything, but basically this show follows all the story beats. It has all the story beats of Titans to the end. I mean, back in the day, I could also be only be like, hey, it has a lot of very very similar elements in the beginning. Like you have this cast of superheroes. I mean, okay, these folks have kind of a reason to team up because they grow up as siblings. Obviously not biological siblings, but getting raised by the same dude. And while the Titans just run into each other and stick to each other for no concernable reason except for, oh, we should totally stick together because the plot wants us to. So yeah, already from the get-go, the reason for those group of superheroes, better, because they're fucking siblings. And not weird strangers who run into each other and feel like, yeah, we should totally stick to each other and form a team and shit. There is an end of the world dooming that they try to prevent. Same in both stories. There's a lot about interpersonal relationships going on there, which is besides action. There's also action because superheroes, obviously. What other elements are identical? Which I can talk about. A lot of stuff. Okay. Once again.
Wow, so eloquent.
First of all, second of all, I don't want to spoil stuff. No, but Umbrella Academy is everything Titans should have been. Except that Titans is still born out of the, we are so edgy, Snyder, DC imagination. And even to the
Way to pick a show you could barely talk about.
I know. I don't want to go. The problem. I have seen the last episode the other day, and here's also the thing. Season ends on a comparatively note. I will not say more. Comparative note to the end of season 1 of Titan. However, in Titans, this was the reaction to basically a similar revelation at the end was like, ugh. Seriously? Wow. Fuck you. The reaction on Umbrella was like, what? What? No! No! What? Flip the table! No! Fuck you! There was investments. There was like, what? Give me another season. It's better on every aspect, and even small things. I believe I talked about the scene where a character pulls a device out of their hand. Their arm. In both shows have a okay, when I already talked about it, never mind. Watch the old version. But yeah, everything in Titans is like feels unnatural, feels forced, doesn't make any sense, has bad writing. The characters are basically all unlikable. Characters who have any relationships, including romantic relationships in Titans, feel like, hey, you know what? You know what the fans totally like? Robin and Starfire. So I guess let's have them bang out of nowhere because that's a ship, that's canon. While here we have those two characters in the good show, we have those two characters who have a natural chemistry, and even without ever banging, you feel that they have a relationship and love each other and shit. It's like, yeah, if you have Netflix, fucking watch Umbrella Academy. It's once again everything the Titans failed to be. And after you watched Umbrella Academy, go and watch Titan and just see how similar the story is. And basically, for old school fans of the Nostalgia Critic, when he did his Sonic cartoon thing and was comparing, like, hey, here is this brain dead Sonic cartoon and here is Sonic ZAM. Like, you have the same premise from two different students, from the overachiever A-class student and the kind of student. This is the A-class student product to Titan's failed attempt. But yeah,
May Shazam redeem all our souls. Please, DC. May Shazam redeem us all.
So somebody left something here, so I guess we are moving on to Keyframe's medium.
Yes, I first want to say, fuck you, Max. I have been obsessed with this channel for it was the first video. The first one ate my media, but at like 5 a.m. the other day, Max sent me a video being like, I have doomed you,
yes.
And I watched it.
What? Why did it open the same one twice?
Stops playing when the wind blows.
Yes, so.
Yeah, and there is just this entire channel about this golden retriever dog, and I was like, why is this the first video he showed me was an ASMR video where he tries food.
And he has thought bubbles, it's amazing.
Yes, and I kind of watched the entire channel in one sitting, and I just messaged Max being like, don't look at my liked videos list, because it's just a line of videos from this dog. But yeah, I love this dog. I want to steal it. If I like your dog, I'm gonna say I'm gonna steal him and kill you. So he's on the list. Saber's dog is on the list.
My lamb.
Yes, don't worry, I'll take good care of Lambalam.
Never! I won't die.
Well, you are gonna die because I'm gonna kill you before I steal the dog.
Solid reasoning.
Take good care of him, please.
Don't worry, I will feed him at least once a day.
With love.
Twice a day, and he gets all the treats.
And then you don't know my Lammy and how he works. He's a very specific and particular, nearly 15-year-old dog. I'm basically seeing iHuman at this point. Aside, tell me more. When the wind blows, is that what you're talking about? Like the film, your content?
Yes,
running.
Yeah, this is my actual piece of media. I may have mentioned the show before, but
yes.
I rewatched it because I love it. For people who don't know, this is based off a graphic novel that was released in the film was released in 1986. The novel, I think, was released in 1984, so during the height of the Cold War. And if the art style seems similar, it's from the same person that made that really sad snowman short film where the snowman melts and dies.
Wait, Frosty?
Yeah. No, the other one, the snowman, where the kid is flying in the air with the snowman. And then the snowman fucking dies.
Isn't that the one where Burt Reynolds voices it, or like?
Not sure.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know what you're thinking of. The short's just called Snowman. But yeah, this is a film about this little couple that lives in the countryside of the UK, and this brings up the scenario of if the Russians dropped a bomb on the UK. And this was essentially a satire of the little government leaflets that they would give people to be like, make these shelters out of doors and keep supplies, or put yourself in paper bags to save you from the radiation. And it is one of the most depressing films you'll ever watch, but it's also just one of the most solid films because the acting is great and it's just two characters the entire time.
I love that.
You just follow these two. And a lot of it, especially before the nuke drops and even after the nuke drops, is just conversations between the two and them living their life during the Cold War, during the panic, and then after the bomb drops and they're the only ones around in this countryside, and then slowly dying of radiation poisoning, and then being utterly oblivious to it all because they're expecting the government to come rescue them. And it's genius, and I feel like I feel like it's more poignant now than ever. You know, I mean, it was poignant during the Cold War because that fear was real. It was never realized, but that doesn't mean the fear wasn't there. And it's so good, and the animation's really unique because all the backgrounds and props are actually stop motion while the characters are 2D, so it's like everything's foreign to them. And David Bowie actually does the theme of this, and I think Genesis and other bands are in the score. Note though, after the bomb drops, there's no music for the rest of the entire film. It's just sound design and the voice actors. Oof. And you can find it on Vimeo, like the full movie on Vimeo. Just look up "When the Wind Blows," and I recommend this film to anyone who doesn't mind a depressing story but likes good characters, because you really do care about this little old couple, because they're so damn charming, and it makes it hurt more. But it's also just fascinating when you look at how the government was kind of putting people in a false sense of security if all this stuff happened. Because, like, there must have been people who read those leaflets and was like, yeah, if I make a little shelter out of doors, it will protect me from a blast. Or the real reason why they're like, hey, put yourself in paper bags because they said, oh, it will stop the radiation. No, it was to help the people who had to clean up the bodies. But yeah,
pragmatism.
It's nightmarish. Yeah, it's great, and also I would recommend if you can find the actual graphic novel, because on YouTube someone put up the graphic novel and dubbed over it. I don't have an opinion on the dub. I just read the graphic novel, and it's a different experience because of how the artwork looks and how they present them dying. And how they did the blast, because in the blast you saw in the fucking video they had this entire animation shift of everything just evaporating. In the comic, the nuclear blast is just 2 blank white pages, and it's like both of them are poignant in different ways, and it shows how the mediums dictate how you present the same point. But yeah, go watch When the Wind Blows. It is jovial depression. That is the
best. Have you ever seen Barefoot Gin?
No, what's Barefoot Gin?
I'm gonna butcher this. I'll keep it brief, but like, it's an anime movie. I think Miyazaki worked on it, and it's about like the nuclear fallout after World War II when they dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and you follow this kid and his family as they like are existing in the fallout, and just how nightmarish it is, and how it's just straight up just death everywhere they go. And you got this kid who get caught in the crossfires, this innocent kid, which, you know, again, with war, that happens, and it's really fucking awful. And you get to hear his story, and it's pretty heavy. There are movies like that, the nuclear movies, where it's like, let's talk about these bombs and how just devastating they are. Yeah, you gotta be in a good mindset to go, not good, but a prepared mindset to watch those kinds of films.
Yeah, it's like, I'm prepared to get sad.
Yeah. I have become death, the destroyer of worlds.
But it's a good drama, and it's a good adult animated movie, which I think is a very few and far between. You find good ones that aren't just comedies, you know? So, I recommend it, and if I remember, I'll get the movie's Vimeo link to put in the description of this video. But yeah, Saber, what have you been? Is there any media that you've been watching that you would like to expound upon?
Yeah, I watched Dumbo yesterday, the live action one with Paleo.
Oh boy, tell us about Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is just like a calmer version of Frank from Always Sunny, which is always appreciated. Michael Keaton's in the movie as a villain. It feels like it's a reverse, like Batman. Which is funny because Tim Burton directed that Batman that had Michael Keaton as Batman and Danny DeVito as the fucking Penguin. There's not subtle, sort of just straight up in your face, like references to the original Dumbo, of course, like Casey Jr., fucking the Crows are very slightly hinted at. not like them as characters, but what they say. Because I've never seen a house fly or a horse fly or whatever that shit. But overall, the movie was not fun, not good, not worth it. It just continue another notch in the Disney live action belt of just useless schlock that they're just trying to cash in on. There's even a scene where, like, I swear it's the same scene twice, where it's got these kids running in a theme park and they run up to the Dumbo stand to steal a bunch of fucking Dumbo plushies. And I'm like, that's Disney. Like, there's a scene where they're at a park and it's like, that's Disneyland. Like, why are you all insulting yourselves? Like, is this some kind of level of awareness that you guys are being ironic about? Like, I'm not getting it. But yeah. Oh, hey, Lammy, what's up, dude? Sorry, it's my dog. But yeah,
Perfectly understandable.
Yay for
watch Dumbo, Made in Abyss. 3 episodes into that. No, 4 episodes. Hope to continue that. What else? Jesus Christ, April's going to be a busy month. Like, we got Avengers, Game of Thrones, One Punch Man Season 2. Following that in May is the Godzilla movie that I'm really fucking pumped about. There's just a lot going on. I'm excited. These next 2 months should be quite the whirlwind, especially with the traveling on top of that. So we'll see how that goes.
I don't like looking at this elephant. Like, the thing is, I think I saw a tweet that encapsulated this kind of stuff. It's like, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was just a watered down version of the original. Why would you make something that will inevitably just take second place to the original film?
Money.
This sounds basically like Beauty and the Beast remake. I mean, I had slight hopes for Dumbo because from the little that I could see in the trailer, it looked like they at least didn't do the shot-for-shot remake, which they basically did in the first one. But yeah, from what you describe it, they might not have done a reshot, but it still seems to be underwhelming.
According to some people, this movie is less edgy than the original movie.
Well, I mean, I talked to Pilly about this. Like, the original movie is very short. It's, honest to God, not that great. It's got charming elements to it that are iconic with Disney, with, of course, the flying Dumbo and it's, Baby of Mine or whatever that song is, and it's got its moments, but overall, it's not very consistent. It's not very good. And it kind of just has these moments where it's like, okay, Dumbo's born, goes to circus, his mom gets, locked up. She sings him a song, then he gets drunk, then he ends up with crows, then he flies. The end. That's the movie. It's a very just to the point movie, and the pacing is a little bit too quick at times, where it's like, okay, God, we just jumped right to the next thing. So that left a lot of room for them to quote unquote improve things, which they did not. They changed it, not in a really good. It honest to God, feels like 2 different movies in one, where it's like at the halfway point, it's like, okay, we're going in this direction now, and it's like, okay, this very much feels like part 2, almost like a separate movie. Yeah, they could have done something with it. I actually had high hopes for Dumbo. I'm like, okay, out of all the movies, you guys actually have room to get creative and change things up. But no. And also, it was more about the people, not even Dumbo. Dumbo is more of like the catalyst of the events, not really the guy who you're focusing on. It's more about stupid kid characters, World War I soldier with one arm, and Michael Keaton, and Frank from Always Sunny. That's the movie.
So this basically leaves Lion King as the last hope for Disney live action?
Well, Aladdin.
Yeah.
Come on, do you not put your faith in Will Smith Genie? Being like, it's Aladdin time.
We won. No, the Aladdin, because they recently had that, the initial trailer, which got really bad press. And, which is interesting because my buddy said he suspects that, like, Disney released Frozen, the trailer for that early, to like, God, let's steal the attention away. We don't want them people staying on Aladdin. Look at Frozen, looks good. And then they went back to the drawing board and said, let's make a better trailer for Aladdin, which admittedly, the new trailer looks a lot better. I actually think it doesn't look terrible, and the trailer's a giant Iago chasing after Aladdin. So it's like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. It's just, at the end of the day, I just stand by it where it's like, just watch the original. It's so much better.
It could be fun. It could be bad. it could be something in between. Either way, we now can say in 2019 we will have Will Smith as a blue genie and Will Smith as a blue pigeon. So I think we win on both. The pigeon movie's coming out this year.
Yes.
We all just need to keep our eyes open for the pigeon spy movie, because that's going to be this year's Oscar winner.
Still keeping my eyes peeled for that, because I like the trailer. I will be honest, I like the trailer and I want to see what's coming there.
I want to see Spider-Man turn Will Smith into a pigeon, and somehow DJ Khaled is there somewhere. I need this movie. Yeah, I love the fact that in that trailer, I love the fact that in that trailer, they list all the characters and DJ Khaled. It's like, what are you gonna be that you're that you're an and featuring credit? Are you gonna be like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and be there for only 2 scenes? DJ Khaled.
At least Jeff Goldblum is a fun, good guy. I think DJ Khaled's an asshole. So when I see his credit, it's like, oh, good, okay, who cares? Like, I don't know. I saw the trailer for it, and I'm like, it looks kind of cool. And then it turns into a pigeon. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Like, we've done this before. Jesus Christ! Like, how many times do we have to do this stupid story? But I'm just waiting for Ice Age 6.
Oh, yeah. I just have a little bit of hope, because that studio sometimes releases great shit from weird concepts.
Sometimes.
I mean, I just want another Robots.
You're not getting it.
I know we're not getting another Robots. We're not getting Robots 2 Robotic Boogaloo. But no, I want something that hits my funny bone as much as Robots did. Because Robots is my favorite Blue Sky movie.
I remember watching Robots back in 2000 for the first time. And there's that scene where they're like, the baby arrived and the dad's like, aw. And the mom's like, but half the fun's making the baby. You're like, oh
boy.
Yeah.
My favorite one is when they're in the Rube Goldberg, like, public transport. It's like, oh, it used to be much worse. They used to have this giant hammer.
Oh my god.
Oh, look, they brought it back. Oh, but, yeah, I guess from all that media, because we need to move on, so Max doesn't die at the end of this podcast, so this doesn't become the snuff film cast. We have questions from our good old fans, or torturers, whatever you want.
This is pretty open for debate at this point. Also, nothing on Twitter, so we can move right to the Discord.
So, if you people don't know this place, in the link down in the Twitch, there's ANY's Discord where you can ask questions for Awkward.
On YouTube as well.
And on YouTube. And you could change your nickname on Discord, and I still have to say your name. Example, Fuck Me Gently with a Chainsaw asks. Thanks, Odie. Ask Awkward. Good or bad, the mark of a movie is how quotable it is. What's one quote from a movie you got in your head as of late? Hey, we're still in kind of like the movie talk. They used to have this giant hammer. Oh, no, that's not a quote that I've had in my head. I tend to quote a lot of things, so this actually...
Recent movie quotes. I mean, first of all, it starts out with an answer, a bit of a question like, good or bad, the mark of a movie is its quotability. And I would say it is one of the benchmarks. I mean, a movie where when you get nothing else out of it, but still a bunch of good quotes, you have at least something. I mean, this is something that I noticed, that I figured out just now, that hello, how do you do, fellow teens, or fellow kids?
Yeah.
That this is actually, I always assumed that this is the intro to a sketch from SNL or something. No, it's just a one shot in the middle of a 30 Rock episode. So whatever you think about 30 Rock, at least there is this one quotable scene.
Oh,
30 Rock
okay.
is a good show.
Yes, it is. Oh, okay, I got it. Do you think God strays away? What is it? I think it's like
Do you think God stays in heaven because he's
afraid of what he's made? Which is from Spy Kids 2, Island of
Dude, Spy Kids 2 is fucking great.
I love Spy Kids 2.
Yeah. Hi, Lanny.
I mean, the only other thing that's in my head now, which is not from which is not a quote, it's just the scene in a movie, is from Spy Kids 3D. And it's just, No, it is a quote. It is a quote. It's from Spy Kids 3. And it's the entire scene where every member from the Spy Kids franchise just jetpacks over to save the kid. And it's like Antonio Banderas is doing brain surgery. And he's like, your family needs you. And then he stands up and hits the brain off the table and just rocket boots out of the place.
Did you know that,
Yeah.
like, there's Danny Trejo, I think it's the actor, and he's in the series, but he's like the uncle. He's Machete. Like, that's actually canonical, where it's like,
I love it.
you got fucking Machete in the Spy Kids universe. I love it indeed. It is so fucking good.
Did somebody ring the dingster? It's bad that most movies that I quote are not objectively great movies, but God, do they write some great lines.
What I said before, like the quotability of a movie, if you have nothing else from a movie, at least it's quotable.
Yeah, though I will say, the thing that I quote the most in my life at home and stuff is actually not from a movie, it's from a TV show, that being SpongeBob, where it's like, he must have been born on a highway, because that's where most accidents happen.
Oh my God, I remember that. By the way, would you guys be upset if I ran to the bathroom quickly?
No, you wouldn't. No, don't throw up, but...
I'm not gonna throw up, but I got other plans. Be right back. I'll be back in like a second.
You do that, that'll give Max time to pick a quote.
I have no fucking clue. I mean, I know that I like using quotes from shows and movies, but obviously, when put on the spot, I never can remember anything.
Come on, we got time. Saber's in the bathroom.
We got time, don't we? I mean, SpongeBob is like, one of us. I'm ready.
See, those are not the ones. Nobody cares.
He's standing there, menacingly.
Menacingly. Oh, one of the best ones, just saying, is it's an underrated one where it's like Squidward's trying to teach people how to play in a band, and it's like, look, people want to sound loud to sound smart. And then Plankton's like, correct! Like, I love that. Just, people want to people be loud so they could sound smart. And I'm like, that's so true.
But yeah, let's see.
But
other
from movies.
Movies.
Dance battle, bro.
Movies. I'm always trying to find movies in my anything that inspires
Look,
me.
it's all the hustle, sweetheart.
Yeah, Zootopia had a bunch of them. That's
Disney
also
movies
true.
have great quotes.
That is true. Long live the king.
Oh,
Jeremy Irons. Mwah. Gotta
yeah.
love the man.
Oh, a great one. From basically anything Vinny says in Atlantis: The Lost Empire, and then boom, no more Chinese laundry. Don't move. Don't say anything. Don't do anything except maybe pray. Too bad we got no nitroglycerin. Eh, Milo? Oh, God, I love Atlantis. Atlantis is a good movie. Why don't they make a live-action Atlantis?
Ooh.
There's my question to you, chat. Why don't we have a live-action Atlantis?
Star-Lord, dance off. What are you doing? Dance off, bro. You with me.
You can't do that line without doing the weird hip gyration thing that he does.
Dance off. Gamora, to you.
God.
Back to me.
It's great going to Disneyland, like California Adventure, where they actually do have dance battles with the Gamora and Star-Lord actors.
Ooh,
It's great.
Nice.
But yeah,
another good quote from Guardians of the Galaxy that often gets wrong or used out of context, but I am Groot. Not to be confused with I am Groot.
Or I am Groot.
Oh no! This out.
I am
Groot.
Groot.
No, nobody likes Baby Groot. It was
or Teenage Groot.
No, Teenage Groot again.
Dad.
The Teenage Groot again, because he did what teenagers do, he was quiet in the background and all the time. So Teenage Groot I'm fine again with. But yeah, Baby Groot, perfect for the intro sequence. After that, overplayed.
Wait. Oh, of course. There's the great quote. You got a problem with cartoons? From Spider-Ham.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot in Spider-Verse actually, which is quotable.
Do animals talk in this dimension? Because I don't want to freak them out.
You're just quoting the trailer at this point.
No, I'm quoting John Mulaney because they put basically all of John Mulaney's lines in the trailer.
I know.
But Saber, you're back. While you were on the pot, did you think of a good movie quote that you like?
Good movie quote? No. I like the quote though, where like Winston Churchill went to take a piss, and some girl was like, "Dude, you're a drunk," and he said like, "Yo, you're ugly, and I'll be sober in the morning," or something like that. But also Winston Churchill was like somewhat of an asshole. I don't know what
he was.
Something like, yeah, a lot of people back then were assholes.
But he was the asshole.
I read about Winston Churchill in World War I, where he's like, "No, we gotta take back like Greece or something," and he's like, "I don't care how many people die, just do it." And it's like, dude, calm down. Like, this ain't a game of Risk. Like, chill out. But my favorite movie quote. Sorry, I came out of nowhere. How about Godzilla '98, where and Matthew Broderick or whatever is like, "That's a lot of fish," or something like that.
That is a great line,
quote, isn't it?
Or no, okay, one more, and it's from Matthew Broderick as well. Inspector Gadget, the live-action movie.
That's like, right. He was in that.
I had a VHS tape of that movie. I don't know why I had a VHS tape of Matthew Broderick and Rupert Everett try to do Inspector Gadget, but I had it, and all I could think is Matthew Broderick going, "No!" Like, poor boy, do you know where you are?
He's had an interesting filmography.
he there was Ferris Bueller, and then something happened. Like after Lion King, he was like, "I need money."
I want to see what his net worth is. I'm curious. Matthew Broderick, net worth. Let's see what we got here. How much are you worth, Broderick?
How much are you worth?
Oh, he's doing fine, you know. I mean, it's only $45 million, so that's pretty good. Yeah.
But yeah, so next question. Thank you for your question, Odie. This one actually goes to Saberspark.
Hi.
Derek asks, to Saberspark, what is the first video game you ever played? It can be on any console, handheld, or PC.
I used to play with this Tiger handheld electronics where it's
Lord.
Yeah, dude, that is throwback. I used to play those when I was a kid, like in the car, and then a Sonic the Hedgehog one, and I didn't even know how it worked. I just button mashed it. But like, I think my earliest memories of playing like a video game was my dad bought a Sega Genesis back in the day, and I played like Sonic the Hedgehog and some kind of Jurassic Park game on it, which the Jurassic Park game scared the hell out of me. I actually played it like a few years ago, and it still scared me. I was like, "Oh, this game is scary." Like, young me was, I felt valid in my fear. And then I played Sonic. I'm like, "Oh yeah." Like, so I played like the, gosh, I don't know what version it was, but like I think it was like the original. I guess the first one that ever came out. That was fun. Good stuff. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ah, Sonic.
Poor Sonic.
Poor Sonic. They gave him LASIK eye surgery. Just it's like a reverse Sonic Dreams collection where you do the VR thing and you have to look into Sonic's eye and then the eye just merges into one eyeball.
Yeah, it's like one giant.
It's like, and then you get sucked into Sonic's eye and then you're inside the Dreamcast. Play Sonic Dreams Collection and you'll find out it's for PC. But next question, because we were given 2 Fuck, Marry, Kill questions this week. We were spoiled.
Yeah, the second one requires a doctor title to decipher.
Well, I'm going to simplify it for the sake of we have an inebriated guest with us today. I must bring it down a notch for our guest. Ask Awkward from Enigmatic Royal Prince. I should at least give this a try once. So it's Saber here. Fuck, Marry, Kill, Cartoon Company Edition. Cartoon Network, Disney, and I'm guessing since these are TV networks, so Disney Channel, and Nickelodeon.
See, I'm always confused by this question because when they say married, does that mean I don't get to like have sex with?
Well, fuck is a one-night stand. Marry is
or
a
an affair or something.
Okay, so it's a commitment.
Yeah, which one will you commit to? Which one is just for that dirty release?
I'll call you a taxi and
you give them a phone number to a laundromat in Encino or something instead of your actual phone number.
So it's Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I probably would marry Cartoon Network because I got passion with that network. I love it. I'd probably do a one-night stand with Nickelodeon, and then I'd kill Disney Channel. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Oh, okay.
And any reasoning behind your choices?
Yeah, why would you fuck Nickelodeon? Why do you want to have the dirty do with the gack makers?
Because gack shoots out of my cock all over them. No, I guess Nickelodeon because they, like, I don't know, they're kind of both good and bad. Disney Channel doesn't have as much good as Nickelodeon, in my opinion, where, like, it's like this, all right? You're at the bar, you're a little bit drunk, in Nickelodeon, she's wearing her beautiful dress, and you're intoxicated, so you're kind of seeing all the good stuff about her, kind of forgetting all about all the bad stuff, but remembering the good times, and she's filling up your leg, and you both feel it, and you go to bed, and you fuck hard, and you wake up next morning, and you turn over, and you see her, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about iCarly, and then you decide to...
Wait, are you fucking Miranda Cosgrove?
No. Like you fucking forget about, like, I don't know, Rugrats all grown up and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
You're like, oh god, I forgot about that, and you just pull up your pants and run out the window. Just the channel, it's like, fucking, like, there's a million like live action Disney shows, so just I'm done. But Cartoon Network, I could see myself having a child with her, like growing up and seeing Cartoon Network Junior running outside
but
playing.
You are aware that killing Disney means a Disney Channel means killing Star, killing DuckTales reboot, killing Tangled.
God damn it, you're right. No, I kill Nickelodeon. They suck right now.
You're killing the birth mother of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, stop it!
I mean,
Nickelodeon killed Avatar and Korra. Let's face it, they are already dead. Like, Saber went to their place, and before the fucking, you just see a small graveyard in their backyard, being like, "What's that? Oh, that was for my bad choices. You're not going to be one of them, are you?"
Oh no, that's scary, dude. I'd be like, I'm out of here.
Slowly grabs one of the KCA blimps and uses it to bludgeon it to death.
So Keyframe, what's your take on Cartoon Network, Disney, and Nickelodeon?
Oh, that's hard because I grew up a Cartoon Network kid. So, but I also had a lot of the Disney afternoon. I mean, I'm gonna kill Nickelodeon. Let's just take the scenario that I put there. Except, the thing is, Nickelodeon angers me with a lot of its cartoon practices because it is basically the big network that stops TV animator creators from having unions. Like, they stopped an entire show's production because the creator wanted to unionize the staff. So I'm like, you know what? Have you ever seen the movie Saw? Now let's do that, but put it on the set of Double Dare. Have fun. Just drown in.
That's terrifying. There was a funny video clip of some kid on, like, fucking what was it called? Guts. Remember Guts?
Yeah, Guts, where they had to climb up the giant mountain, the aggro crag.
Look this up sometime, but there was one where they had these kids in the kayak back and forth across the water, and this one poor kid didn't know how to use a paddle, and he's just slapping the water and just staying still, and the referees had to get in the water and actually push him across because he's so stupid he couldn't figure out how to paddle. It was fucking amazing. It's like, do you not know how water works? Just push it. Like, come on.
Magnets,
Can't be that hard.
But no, like, or like abandon them in the Nick Hotel and just let them drown in the pool. I don't know. Anyways,
Another
about
one.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, but yeah, so that leaves Disney Channel and Cartoon Network. Now, Disney's been making some good shit lately.
Yeah.
However, they did make Dog with a Blog. I can't ignore all the live action shows that they've done. Because for every That's So Raven, there's a Hannah Montana. And so it's like, you know, I'll just have an adventurous night with you, Disney Channel. We can, you could tell me to put on a wig or and do whatever you want with Star's wand, but I'm gonna leave later. I don't trust you. People who tend to stay with you for a long time get fucking weirdly fucked up. I've seen your kid stars. But Cartoon Network, you know, it has its faults, it has its issues, but don't we all? At the end of the day, you don't see any fucked up people coming out of goddamn Cartoon Network, except maybe no, Andrew WK was always fucked up, and in the good way. But you know, I could settle down with Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
They're the experience people, because when you think about it, like their whole network started with like old cartoons from the 60s and stuff, because that's what Ted Turner only had until they started making original programming. So it's like, you know, they're the experienced people, and I would like to settle down with someone experienced, not
Agreed.
someone who's fucking up even though you're owned by the giant conglomerate, you know. Yeah, that's my answer. What about you, Max?
So here's the problem, because I grew up with, I believe in one way or another, in one form or another, all three channels had their incarnations over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm currently catching up on what was on what network. I don't want to go the boring route where I also just kill Nickelodeon, because all their really good stuff is all in the far past.
The 90s, if you want to fuck them for the sake of nostalgia.
I mean,
Put on this mask.
I mean, the producer aside, they still have the Loud House, which is apparently the only thing they currently have that's watchable.
Rise of TMNT is really good.
Doesn't ring a bell for me, so.
Well, it's new, but it's really good.
But they brought us Danny Phantom. They brought us the Angry Beavers, Avatar, as we already explained. But yeah, the argument of they had their peak. But then again, wait, but.
What are you gonna say,
wait.
Coffee Boy?
Cartoon Network is the Teen Titans Go channel, isn't it?
That's just one show.
Yeah, but it's the one show they stream 23/7. So
yeah, but wouldn't you argue that that Nickelodeon's been doing that with SpongeBob for 5 years? For 5 years
I don't
now.
know. I haven't seen that same thing.
Well, I'm just so.
Yeah, I also don't. I don't. To be the contrarian, not go down the same road. So I will not kill Nickelodeon. I'm still not sure what I want to do with them. I mean,
what would you do with Disney? What are you gonna do with Disney? We could start with
Disney,
there.
Yeah, okay. Disney. What was it? Had Tangled. Had Gravity Falls.
As all the Disney afternoons.
I know. This is kind of. I mean, it's family friendliness. So it is kind of a keeper. So you guys both married Disney, didn't you?
No, we married Cartoon Network.
Both
Yeah, dude.
okay, perfect. So I can marry Disney. This makes me already unique. I marry Disney.
You're gonna get whipped by the mouse.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is a...
No, you made your choice. You made your choice.
Fair.
No takesy backsies.
I just wanted to say, otherwise I would have been like, oh yeah, I forgot about the mouse. Kill Disney. Kill it hard.
Divorce
No.
doesn't exist in this universe.
No. Here's the thing. I still kill Disney as a corporation, and basically take the Disney Channel as my spouse to get over the loss of its tyrannical father. Anyways, this leaves me with, since I said I did not want to kill Nickelodeon, so I guess I have fuck with Nickelodeon apparently, and it kind of makes sense because Cartoon Network was not such a big available thing, and many of the shows still reached me through different channels, but Cartoon Network itself, I didn't grow up with it, so I guess I will kill it.
How dare you?
I know, I come on, better than 3 people giving the same answer.
Well, you know what? That's true. And speaking of which, from RN Trigger Happy, he's apparently stealing this from MBD or NDB. I don't know who that is, but the scenario is you never have to pay for anything anymore. Someone else will pay for whatever you want, but every time they pay for something, they have to stick a finger up your ass for 5 seconds. Would you do it?
Wait, so
all your expenses in life will be paid for, but every time that you have to pay for something, they get to stick a finger up your ass for 5 seconds.
I'm not like, I don't know. Whenever I'm intimate, I want to. I don't know. I just don't let anybody stick a finger up my butt.
I mean, fair.
I'm good. I'd rather just pay for myself anyway. I don't want to go to fucking Starbucks and be like, coffee's on me. Ah! Like, fingers shoved up my
5,
butt.
4, 3, 2, 1. Totally worth it.
No, can I just make a point here? I'm not saying I would pick this option if given to me, but like at some point you must get used to it if it's the same amount of time each time. And if it's just sticking it up there and not moving around or anything, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's just like eventually you would get used to it. It's like, oh, okay, just another Tuesday at the rodeo. Like, I'm not saying I would pick it. I'm not saying. However,
you have to say if you pick it or not.
What? I do have to say.
Yeah.
I do have to say if I would or not.
Yeah.
No, you go first. I was just bringing up the point for you to for your consideration.
Yeah, sure, right.
Yeah.
I'm just, maybe I'm being a prude, but I don't know. They could have just finished eating a taco, and that hot sauce is going right up your butt, and it's like, no.
That's a good point. They need to wash their hands each time.
This is a point where I actually wanted to go anyway. It's like, what are the circumstances? Is it like you have to use this option like permanently? For every pack of gum you buy at the gas station.
Good point. If it's like here, this yacht, and I'll be like, all right, let's loop it up.
Exactly. I mean, you maybe can still coordinate stuff like buying your groceries for the entire month in one go, so that's one sum only. But those are the questions that are the hard questions. Is this now the permanent and only method of paying? Because then it would require a lot of coordination. But then again, unlimited luxury. It's tricky. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Could you trick the system one way or another by buying something that you then can use as currency for further purchases, so that you only get the butt plug? I don't know, once every few months if you make it smart.
IRS already fucks me in the ass with taxes.
I mean, come on. If you're clever enough, so you go there, you go basically to Fort Knox and are like, I would like to have all your gold bars. Chubby, do your thing.
Chubby?
Why is the
guy's name Chubby?
Because he's a chub. What else is his name? What's your guy's name?
Wait, we had to come up with names for our butt man?
What is the name for your butt man? Saber, same to you. Even though you already declined, you still have to name him.
Gary Busey.
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Oh, now we know what kind of butt plug that would have been.
Oh, okay. Mr. Potter.
A slivery one. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, since there are no limitations set, I would say, I first trip Fort Knox, give me all your gold bars, plum, and then I want to see the store where I go like, here's a gold bar. This is absolutely overpaying whatever I buy, but please take this gold bar. I'm not I'm making just an exchange from that point onwards.
I'm just imagining you doing, like, laying that down on a cashier thing, then going into the store and just having your arm open and just dumping everything into your cart.
Yeah. I mean, I would try to cheat the system and finger up my butt. Okay, doesn't sound comfortable, but I mean, unlimited luxury, basically.
Look, I'm just saying you guys would have it easy because the male actually has a G-spot in their prostate, so at least it could be somewhat pleasant for you guys.
I remember like looking into that where I was like, man, girls have a better orgasm than us guys. It's not fair. And then I'm like, wait a second, we got a second orgasm in our ass. And I'm like, this is a game changer.
This is proof that God must not hate gays. Because why would he put that there?
It's a gay changer.
Oh
gay.
But no, I guess my choice would be, as long as they keep their hands moisturized, just bring thing of lotion with them every time.
If you need to buy the lotion in your first purchase,
just go to Costco, get like a 3-ton, get one that's the size of this giant duck, and just be like, there. Now you're always prepared. Though I would like the idea of just I looking at a storefront and then the person next to me is just. That'd be a great way for me to become a more frugal person, is just the idea of I could buy this. Then that would happen. But you know what? I'll do it. What the hell? Yeah. But okay, so I think we have 2 more questions. One is an easy question. From Rowie Live Netro. Interesting name. What do you think is your most overrated cartoon? They listed their example as SpongeBob. So a cartoon that you think is overrated, that does not dictate the quality of said cartoon.
Just that the quality does not live up to the hype that it gets.
Yeah, because I mean, because I would say Frozen, content-wise, is a quality movie, but I can understand why people would think it's overrated because of the saturation it had on the market. So yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to always specify that because a lot of people think overrated means bad, and it's like no, there's a marketing reason for what something is overrated. I I'm kind of afraid to say mine because mine would probably get a lot of haters.
Do it anyway.
Come on.
Go for it.
Regular show.
Haven't watched it. Can't say.
I like keep in mind I like regular show. However, I do think it did have a big dip in the middle of it. Like its last seasons and its first season was like really good, but then there was a dip in the middle, and no one likes to acknowledge that. But I feel like people saying like, oh, it's one of the best cartoons of the Cartoon Network's history, I think is a little bit too much. It started the domino effect because it premiered with Adventure Time, but I don't think it had as much of an impact on the industry as Adventure Time did. And people tend to...
I agree.
Besides that, maybe Ben 10. I think for the sheer fact Ben 10 became the giant franchise it did, that I don't get why. But yeah, those are my answers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not good with these kinds of questions, by the way, because I'm gonna come up with like.
I can relate, and I can relate.
You
and
made the show format, Max.
Exactly, and I have to endure this every single week.
Yeah, you only have to do this the time that I'm like, Saber, my guest dropped out, help me.
I'm with you on Ben 10. I never really got the hype. I was like, it was lost on me. Gosh, I don't know. I try to see the silver lining with a lot of content where it's like, okay, I see the merit of why you all like this, but like, I think Ben 10's actually a really good answer because like I never bothered with that show. I watched like an episode. I'm like, not for me. But there are people who are like who swear by it. Who are like, this is the fucking greatest thing Cartoon Network's ever shown. And I'm like, really? Like, I like maybe it's me. I just don't get it. Not my cup of tea.
Like, I think the mindset behind it, at least for why I think it started to make a big impact, was it was one of the first Cartoon Network shows to really do the kind of story arc-y format that Ben 10 grew into, because there was a lot of continuity in Ben 10 compared to all the other episodic series that were on Cartoon Network at the time. Though I would argue, yeah, but you kind of ruined the fun for us by being basically the only action franchise the channel ever cared about after Teen Titans, because Generator Rex was objectively much better than all the sequel shows of Ben 10, and that show got fucked in the ass. So it's like, I used to watch Ben 10 because I like the alien designs, and then Alien Force came out and they had this really cool alien thing, and then they were like, oh, the entire point of it is to say that Ben can't use it because the entities that run it argue with each other too much. And it's like, I'm done. Fuck you. Don't hang the carrot in front of my face and then run over my dog. But what about you, Max? What's a show you think is overrated?
Yeah, I'm still searching through Netflix. Trying to find some inspiration for something where I recall being a little bit meh about it. I mean, I could go for the complete destruction of my credibility.
What?
As fun once again, as you need to be very careful with this topic and give it a very clear disclaimer up front that I think it's a good and fun show and everything. And I even am myself guilty of spreading memes about it. But One Punch Man never got me as caught up as many other people. It's good, I like it. But I watched it one time and was like, yeah, that was a fun watch. But the hype around it.
I agree with you. One Punch Man had a lot of I love it, but like I'm with you with the hype where people were going crazy about it. The second season comes out next month, and to expand on that, like, because now you brought up anime, kind of, I'm like, oh yeah, anime. Like Naruto, never got into it. Like I watched a few episodes and I'm like, oh, it's cool. The guy takes his weights off and punches the sand guy, sweet. But there are people who like, oh my god, Naruto and One Piece, like fuck off. That is the greatest stuff ever made by humanity. Ooh. And it's like,
with or without the filler episodes.
Isn't that like 90% of One Piece?
Right. That's, I mean, again, to each their own. Ultimately, to each their own. Like, whatever makes you happy. But I personally, it's like I just never really got into it. Same thing with like, I don't know. As of right now, I don't touch battle royales. I don't touch fucking Fortnite. I don't care. I just don't care. Like, oh my god, you don't play Fortnite? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't touch it. I don't care. So, just I guess respect opinions and preferences, I suppose.
Oh, I just had a thought as I'm clicking onto Discord for the next question. The one that I always have, and a lot of cartoon lovers really hate me when I say it. Like a good 75% of the original Nickelodeon lineup, I don't get the appeal of. Like specifically, like Ren and Stimpy,
yes,
and Rugrats. I do not get the appeal of both of those shows. I get the appeal of Hey Arnold. I like Hey Arnold. I even kind of like Doug. But Ren and Stimpy, I never understood why it's so loved to this day, except for like 2 scenes that I like, which is Ren saying how he's going to kill Stimpy, being like, and I'm gonna hit you, and you're gonna fall. And call the police. Like, the dark... And I never... Why the fuck was Rugrats so popular? Someone tell me. I grew up at the end of Rugrats' reign, and I still don't understand why the fuck this ugly show about babies was so damn popular.
And I mean, it's not even that anything happens. It's literally just babies who happen to be able to communicate with each other and misinterpret everything around them.
Like, the show is ugly, the colors are ugly, it's obnoxious, the soundtrack annoys me to no end of just a bum, 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 bum. It's like, why? Why did you have 3 movies? Why did you have a float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Why were you like competition with Pokemon in famous cartoons? I don't get you, Rugrats.
Oh, there's another overrated one.
Shush. Your opinion doesn't matter here. Plus, that's a video game. But okay.
But also a TV show with jelly donuts. Also, there's another one which I cannot yet qualify, like from a qualified point of view, judge if it is overrated. But from the first few episodes I watched, actually, except for the visual design, Carmen Sandiego, the first 3 episodes are pretty bad. Like, bad.
Don't talk to Ambrose about that, boy.
I know, right?
But okay, we have one last question. You're almost free, Saber. This is our gift to freedom. And then you could tell Paleo, I'm never being on this show again.
or it can be like, Paleo, next time she asks, you go.
You go on the show.
Yeah, dude.
We didn't have Paleo yet.
We haven't had Paleo yet. Paleo, come in here. I got a question for you. Okay.
Oh, I just want to say, Saber, that's your roomie joker. So if the question is too hard, you can call in your roomie and have it answer for you.
All right.
Okay, can I call a friend? Okay.
Basically.
Since
Ask the
the last
audience.
question.
Because it's
from
brutal.
our
I
boy.
saw it earlier and it is fucking brutal.
From our boy, Mary Kill. Since Saber might be a furry in the company of furries and just isn't aware of it yet, I've gathered 3 of the most appealing rabbits from media.
Ooh.
Fuck, Mary Kill. Lola Bunny, specifically from the Looney Tunes show, not Space Jam.
Yeah.
Judy Hopps from Zootopia, and Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's not a real rabbit.
This is slam dunk, dude. This is slam dunk. Easy. Marry Judy, kill Lola, and then fuck Jessica. Easy. Slam dunk.
Okay, Keyframe, yours.
Judy would take good care of me, and she'd be good to me. Jessica Rabbit, not saying she wouldn't be good to me, but I don't think I would want to be with her in the long run. But be a passion. And then Lola Bunny from the Looney Tunes show is fucking bonkers insane. So,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Well, okay, let's just also specify Max's crushes include Jinx from League of Legends and Harley Quinn, and Azula. So we know his taste.
My
And
mom,
he hangs out with me.
my mommy always told me, don't stick your dick in crazy. I never listened.
But yeah, so anyway, let's see. I would, you know what? No, the male gets to go because you are the perv, Max. Tell us.
I mean, I admit, as much as I love Lola, especially the insane one, I mean, she already is a stalker and abuser and whatnot. I probably would not want to be married to her. So this kind of leaves, I guess, yeah, Judy. How can you not marry those hips?
You're marrying more than just the hips.
On the ears and everything.
How about the personality of the character?
Oh yeah, that's also a thing I've been told. Yeah, but no, I guess I also have to marry Judy. But I will most certainly take Lola for the happy fun time, because God, she is crazy. And Jessica, I don't know. First of all, she's already she's already married. She plays naughty games with
She plays
producers.
patty cake with people.
This is pretty naughty. I'm not entirely sure if I'm on that level. So kill Jessica Rabbit, I guess.
Okay. What do I do? I would kill Jessica. Just like, not my type. Also taken. Also, she kind of looks like she'll break if you poke her waist like a bit, so.
But Keyframe.
What?
She is not bad. She was just
She's
drawn
just
this
drawn
way.
that way. Not bad. I'm just drawn that way. But yeah. Probably. You know what? I'm gonna be the contrarian here. Let's see what way I can bullshit my way out of this without sounding like a terrible person. I'm going to fuck Judy because you know what? she owns a pair of handcuffs, so that means some fun times ahead.
Oh, that's a good point.
Wow.
But yeah, how do you justify your marriage to Lola Bunny?
Hey, if you continue watching the Looney Tunes show, she actually chilled out a lot after she got with Bugs. So she still has the little bit of the manic personality, which is adorable. But, she's not a stalker anymore. If you actually just settle down with her, she just becomes a manic pixie girl. And that's awesome. Plus, there's, I get to fuck Judy once with handcuffs, but Lola's crazy and she's a stalker. You can imagine what shit she probably keeps in her house.
Oh boy.
There's probably rope and tape and who knows what else. And that just sounds like a lifetime of adventure. And plus it's Looney Tunes. Who knows what could happen? If I feel like I need to get away from her for a bit, I could pull a hole out of the ground and jump down in it. This is Looney Tunes logic here, after all. So,
and I mean,
who knows?
We all know that the Looney Tunes are they have some qualities like fuck me harder.
I'm not gonna be Porky Pig. I'm not very Porky. Oh. No, I don't need to think about that. He already doesn't wear pants.
Isn't this kind of an advantage?
No. Do you want to see his pig dick all the time?
Swinging around.
Yeah, just flinging around. Like, do you think they fuck to the da 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 come? Oh, well.
Oh, I don't know. Apparently you put a lot more brain energy into this scenario than I did.
I also bought a giant duck for $10.
That was a good deal.
That is a thing.
Well, this is
The question is, would you fuck the duck?
No!
You wouldn't fuck Percy, whatever its name is?
Jerry, first of all, you will respect his pronouns.
Jerry, they might like it. I don't know. Ducks are wild from what I read, and they're also very perverted.
Now she's silenced. She lost her voice for
saying how ducks do gangbang rapes, and that's why the female to male ratio of ducks are so imbalanced.
And you bought one and have it now in your place.
It's a duckling. It will never mature.
Fucking Donald Duck's, it's terrifying. But
boy, we went on we jumped off the cliff into a thing of stalactites.
The chat said it. This counts. Enigma said it.
Oh, yeah, that's awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random craps. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. It's the awkward. Hard work and analysis, which you do not want to miss on awkward.